Hi Cancer, welcome to your August full moon in Aquarius tarot reading. This is supposed to be a bit of an intense full moon. Again, the full moons are closing a cycle. So in the next 2 weeks you should be closing up a situation, but it could be further than the last full moon or the last new moon. Cancer, I have for you the Emperor card as the card of what the full moon is bringing in for you at this time. This is the big boss card, but it's also the father card, so you may be dealing with issues with a male in charge. Could be an actual father or somebody who's a boss or who's father-like to you. It looks like it's the end of a mentally difficult cycle with this individual or for this individual. The Emperor can reign with an iron fist, or he can do it for the good of everyone. And so that's important to remember with the Emperor card. It's a major arcana card, so that means it's going on a level that is inside, a deeper inner level, as opposed to the more mundane outer physical level. But you feel it quite physically with the Ten of Swords card. Again, this moon is absolutely bringing you the end of a cycle, and it's the end of a difficult mental cycle. And this can be something of which a situation that you have started, a work that you've started. Maybe you're a boss, or maybe it's your own creation. And there is a cycle here that it's over. And it may not be the work itself or what you've created or the law, because the Emperor sets down rules and laws, but it can also just be a phase or a certain mental activity that you've had in regards to the situation that's over. Do be careful, I would say, in this case, of people who, because sometimes this can be stabbed in the back. Can also actually be physical pain, back injuries, that sort of thing. And you may actually go and see an expert about it if it is an actual physical or mental pain. There can be somebody who knows something more than you do, and you may visit this person, or they may come into your life or into the situation. But the Ten of Swords means that the worst has happened. The worst of the mental, it's the 10, it's the end of the cycle, but 10 is the end of something, the beginning of something else simultaneously. So I do believe that there is a really big ending here of some mental difficulty. In the proper Rider-Waite deck, the sun is coming up. I don't see it in this one, but you kind of get to choose whether it's a sun up or sundown thing. And in this case, it's a sun up. It is another 10, so I do think that the cycles are ending for you. There is a really important cycle that's ending for you at this time. And I don't know, you may feel like it's a bad thing, but it really isn't. It brings you to something better, something new. And I will tell you this, what you've learned from this situation is trust. Trust in the universe, trust in yourself, perhaps trust in this person who is a leader, or the leader, or if you're a leader, a trust in you, the way you lead, the trust in your leadership efforts. But the Ten of Cups is about trust and emotional fulfillment. 2 tens. Something's really over, especially by the end of the cycle. And simultaneously, something new begins. You react as the King of Swords. Very interesting. King of Swords does not react emotionally. King of Swords has a control on his mental psyche, and uses cool logic. It doesn't mean that he'll be kind about it, because with that logic, emotion doesn't factor in. So they really make the decisions with their head and not their heart. But the Judgment card is a great card to go along with that, because it's also, in my opinion, a very air energy. It's about hearing the call. You hear the call, you wake up, you are reborn, but you are also awaiting a judgment. In this case, I think you're giving the judgment, and maybe other people are awaiting it. But in any case, somebody is feeling the judgment here, being possibly judgmental. The King of Swords is my Libra card, and Libras are very, very even-handed. I think they go out of their way to make sure that everything is equal, and I think you'll do the same here. And if it is your judgment on this situation, you absolutely will deal with it with equanimity. Think your judgment won't be out of balance. And with these two cards, the King of Swords and the Emperor, I feel like it can also be legal matters. And if they do, you will probably hear a judgment. If it is legal matters or legal situations, you'll probably hear the judgment during this time period. The Seven of Wands is the result of the first two cards. And it goes very well with the King of Swords, I believe, because the Seven of Wands is dealing with the situation from a higher perspective, on higher ground. And no matter who tries to knock you down from your position, because this is the competition card, that you still have the upper hand. You have the higher ground. You have the upper hand because you have the higher ground, because you see things not from such a lower level. And with both of these cards, I would tend to agree. These are, again, the Emperor can rule with an iron fist, or he can do it with everyone in mind, everyone benefits. And with the King of Swords there, that's usually also the case. Again, with the Libra card, everyone benefits. It's equal. And so with that thinking in mind, you have the upper hand. I don't know that it's quite time to do anything about it yet, or perhaps you don't want to do anything about it because it's the Eight of Swords. Feels like your hands are tied, that you can't make a decision or a move, and this is mental because it is the swords. And the interesting thing about this card, though, is that sometimes, or you're not supposed to make the decision yet, or you're not supposed to act on it yet. It's not the time. But let's have a look. Things are going to change. So I feel with this card that you don't have to do anything other than make up your mind. And I would say keep that mental balance, because things change. Things always change. Nothing ever stays the same. And so that will definitely be the end of a difficult situation and the beginning of something else. And that's reiterated with the two tens. It's finishing up something, simultaneously beginning something else. The best thing you can do, though, is maintain mental equilibrium. I do think that's a really good advice in this instance. And also remaining on higher ground, seeing the purpose and the need that everyone should have this equanimity. Everyone should be treated fairly. It's a fairness with the King of Swords. Now I'd like to have a look to see what the Spirit wants you to know. This card is an extra card, and it's called the Three Wise Buddhas. And this deck says that the Three Wise Buddhas are and it goes perfect with the King of Swords. It's hear no evil, speak no evil, see no evil. Meaning keep your positive frame of mind in regards to this. Keep that higher ground. That will win. That will make you the winner. That will the competition. That will win you the competition. That will make things change. Just the idea and the thought of, what's the best thing to do for everyone involved. just maintaining that mental idea, not thinking anything negative. Remove those thoughts from your head, from your mind, and things should go your way beautifully. Yeah, Cancer, I like this reading for you. I do think it is the end of difficulty, and it's not even that you have to do much more than maintain mental balance. Okay, I hope this helped you. I will be back for the new moon in 2 weeks. Thank you for listening. Bye.